This is my chair, and it is a good chair, but as you can see, it's a little bit boring. I put this over top of it so my cat doesn't like mess it up, but I want to add some color to it, and I think it'd be really fun to decorate it, and I have just the idea. I think it's going to be super duper adorable. So I've seen this flower granny square pattern online, and I decided to make one the other day, but not for this, but for another project I'm working on. I want to make like a cardigan, and it is this granny square right here. I will leave a link to the video tutorial that I used to make this if you want to make your own. But I was thinking it would be so fun if we had flowers all over this chair. I think that that would be so pretty. I would love that. Now, for this cardigan that I'm working on, I'm going for neutral colors. For my chair, however, I want color. I also would like it to be removable. That way I can wash it if needs be, you know. I want to do these flower granny squares for the front and also for the entirety of the back of the chair. Seat area where I sit, maybe I'll just do like one big square. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. The first thing we need to do is we just need to make our first granny square, and then we can finally see exactly how this is going to work out. Let's grab some yarn. So I really like these colors. It's also a very durable yarn. This is a combination of Cozy Cub and Posh Pearl. I feel like I'm going to need more than this for my project, but I guess we'll see. I hope this is enough. I have some other yarn too. I do not want to use any white on this though, because I feel like sometimes I'd be snacking in my seat, you know? If I'm going to spend hours making this, I don't want it to get messed up right away, okay? You hear me? You hear me? Okay, I'm gonna see if I have any other colors in my little stash over yonder. Let me just show you what I'm inspired by. I want my chair to look like this cardigan. She is so beautiful. I will be purchasing this pattern as well, but I'm noticing as I'm looking at her cardigan that using some of those deeper tones really helps to pop out the lighter tones, which I love pastels. So I'm thinking we will use some of the darker shades as well. So I'm gonna go grab just a couple of them. I feel like at this point I'm literally grabbing every single color. This is more than enough to get us started. Let's go ahead and do some measurements. My handy dandy notebook and a pen. All right, 36 inches, about 16 inches. It's gonna need to be about 21 inches. That's about 21 inches as well, so that's good. So my goal for these squares is for there to be two right next to each other. That would mean that we would need them to be around 8 or 9 inches, because I think it's okay if it just like curls around the side a little bit. I want this to fit perfectly. But let's go ahead and make the first square, and then we can do a little bit of math. It's pink.
Then I will choose one. I'm going to choose
3.
Ah!
I think this is going to be a pretty big project. I like fast projects because it feels good, you know, when you finish really quickly, but not every project can be quick, you know, and I feel like the ones that take the most time are also usually the most rewarding. So this will be really good. Oh, but while I finish up this round, let's go ahead and do a little chit chat. How are you guys doing? Are you doing well? I hope that you're doing well. It's been raining a lot here in North Carolina. I'm one of those people who is scared of the rain. But to be a little bit more specific, I actually tend to have panic attacks while driving in the rain. Luckily, like, it's only when it rains, and it's only when it rains like really heavy. I was driving the other day. I'm familiar with the symptoms, unfortunately, and whenever I feel it start to come on, my like cheeks start to go numb. I'll try to describe the feeling to you if you've never had a panic attack. Sorry, I just had to change out your battery real quick. I was about to lose you. As I was saying, I'll usually end up hyperventilating, and then I'll start to lose my vision, and then I'll start to feel like I'm going to pass out. They're extremely not fun at all. Not fun. Do not recommend. I'm kind of laughing because I had this realization the other day, this is only like 2 days ago, I was driving to work. My face was starting to go numb. That's my first sign that things are going the wrong way. My wheel hit a puddle and like the water came splashing upwards, and I realized that I am terrified of puddles. There's something so funny about being super scared of like a puddle. Like, what's a puddle going to do, right? It just like splashes, right? But no, I am seriously afraid of puddles. Like, for real. Like, I'm very scared of puddles. If I'm just walking and there's a puddle, I'm not afraid of that. But like, if I'm driving and someone else like right next to me splashes a puddle into my windshield, and then my vision is completely obscured for less than a second. But in that moment that my vision is obscured, to me, that feels like forever. That feels like a very long time. And I know it's my brain just like playing tricks on me, because really, how long can the water be on my windshield? It can't be on there long, right? Just like having that realization, like, hey, I'm afraid of puddles. Like, to me, that is a little bit funny. And I called my husband, and he like talked to me as I was going to work and stuff to help keep my mind off of things. There's like mental games you can do. Usually counting is the most I can do if I'm like really heightened. I don't know if any of you guys have panic attacks, but it isn't a great time. I hope that none of you do, but it is something that I now feel pretty comfortable with talking about. Whereas when I first started having these panic attacks, I felt like I was like weird, or I felt like no one would understand. I wanted to mention I have gone to the doctor, of course, for this. I've talked to doctors and things, but let me show you my flower. Look at her. She looks so pretty. Obviously not done, but I just want to mention that if you struggle with like panic attacks or anxiety attacks or anything like that, that does not make you weird. You do not need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. Like, I used to feel so embarrassed about it and I wouldn't talk about it. I don't think I've told a lot of people in my personal life that I had them, but I recently started to just like look at it kind of a different way. And like, I was talking about it with my coworkers. I just want to mention, because this is something I've been dealing with a little bit lately, and it's been a lot better than it used to be. Like, I've gotten a lot better. If you struggle with any panic attack, it's not your fault that it happens, you know? Like, it's something you can't even control. It's just a part of life, I think. And some people are just more prone to them. But yeah, now you know. I have a terrible fear of puddles. I try to avoid puddles at all costs. Who's afraid of a puddle? Like, what? I'm trying to remember the quote. What is it? It's Azula, and she's like, it's okay. You can laugh. It's funny. Oh my gosh, I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. It might be time for a rewatch. I really went off on a little tangent there, but I'm almost done with the square, so let me just go ahead and finish her up, and then we can do some math. Voila, we finished our first square, and it only took like an hour and a half. This is gonna take forever. I made the responsible decision to weave in all of my ends as I go. I know. Remember how I said I didn't want to use this white color? And then I just happened to use it on the first square that I make. It just looks so pretty, okay? It just looks so pretty. I'm going to still try not to use it too much. Let's see how we're looking. That's actually quite large, huh? It is 9 inches. Let's see, let's measure all the way around. 35 inches. Math hurts my brain. 35 divided by 4. 875. So it's a little bit big. My Tamagotchi needs me. Oh my goodness, he's so hungry. Oh no, now you're not happy. 1/4 of an inch bigger than I would hope for. So I'm thinking I'm going to size down my hook. I'm not going to use the 5.5. I'm going to use a 5mm. So I may not get to use this square because it's probably going to be too big in comparison to the other squares. Ultimately, I think this is the right decision. Like, I don't want to make this, it doesn't fit properly, and I spend like so many hours working on making this. We're going to size down the hook. I'm still learning the pattern, but once I have the pattern down, then I'm going to go ahead and time myself doing one of the squares because I am curious how long this project will take. So here's my little drawing. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a half square at the bottom probably is what we're going to do. So it's going to be 8 full squares, and this is only on the front side of this chair, and then we'll need 2 half squares along the bottom, and then on the back it goes down a little bit longer. So instead of doing the half squares, it would probably be full squares instead. That means in total we need to make 18 full squares and 2 half squares, 5mm, and let's make some more flowers. So I finished another square. Look how pretty she is. There is a size difference. They're a little bit different. Let me show you up close. This is what we got done tonight. I am very tired. My eyes hurt. My head hurts. It's from doing my taxes. It hurt my head. So I think I'm gonna call it here tonight. I might do a little more crocheting, but from bed. So I'll let you know in the morning. Good morning, good news. My hair is officially dry. Does anyone else's hair take a whole day to actually get dry? Like finally, we're dry. We have begun our 3rd flower. Not too much progress, but you know, it's coming along. Come here, come sit on my lap. This is where you belong. Good boy. Hi, friends. So we don't really have a lot on today's agenda. All we have is literally making squares. I probably will pause at some point to do some more taxes. Boo, taxes, boo. I have a fun idea that I want to do after I finish up this one. So let's get to crocheting. I have my little cup right here. So I think it'd be really nice if we went ahead and we just like randomly select colors and then just put them together. I think that that would be fun. It'll be completely random. I have a hard time deciding, and I'd like to just leave it up to chance and then I don't have to think so hard about what colors look good together. How I want to do this is I think I'm just going to cut off a strand from each of the colors and just toss it inside of this cup, and then we'll just use that color for whatever part that we're on. Now that we've done this, here you can see, ooh, I think it would be really good if we go ahead and center pull from all of these different colors, and then for the ones that don't center pull well, I think we should go ahead and wind up the yarn. It's just like really easy for me to just crochet without having to like yank or pull or like have any tangles or knots or anything. Come on, let's go ahead and cake up all 4 of these, and then we don't have to worry about them. No. Spiceland has kind of taken over that part of the desk, so I'm going to move it over here now. Now he can be nice and comfy. There is a center pull in this one. And I just found a darting needle inside of it. Halfway done. I have such a busy day today, but I would like to make some more of these squares today. Hopefully we have some family coming over, so I feel like that might be a good time to do a little bit of crocheting, because usually we like put on a movie or something and we all just hang out and vibe. Also, I ordered the yarn and I only received this one. I guess since I wasn't home to receive the package, which had the rest of the yarn in the box, They decided to drop it off at a CVS, which is like a pharmacy. Need to go there and pick up that box, but I haven't done it yet because I've just been so busy. But at this point, like, I feel like we've gotten so far. We still have a good bit of yarn left, so I'm not as worried about like running out of yarn like I was before. Some of the skeins are getting a little bit thinner now, but here, let me show you my favorites so far. I love this one. Usually I'm not a big fan of yellows, but this one is really speaking to me. It took me 43 minutes and 41 seconds to make this square right here. I am pretty happy with that. I honestly thought that maybe it takes me about an hour, which honestly, maybe when I'm watching TV or I'm like distracted, it probably does take me an hour per square. I've been watching a lot of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and oh my goodness, is that intense. I am gonna go ahead and go for now. Hopefully we have some time to make some more squares a little bit later. I went to the store where they dropped off my yarn, and it is right here. ISO's on top of it, but this is my yarn. I wish they would have just dropped it off at my house. Unfortunately, I feel like it's too late for me to add in like a bunch of new colors. Ooh. This one's called Mint. It's called Blue Whale. That's also another shade of blue. Strawberry Smoothie. Pea Pod. Here we have Brown Sugar. This is called Baby Bella. All right, let me give ISO the box that he can have fun. I'll put it right here. Yeah, you see a box? Yeah. Progress update. I would really like to say that I am done with all the squares, but I am not done with all the squares. We have 2 more to go, and I still have to do the half squares too. And we have to do the seat square. So really, we have a lot to do. Here's the latest square I made. I think that she is really pretty. Oh my goodness, is this going to be a colorful chair? Maybe my room is already colorful enough, and maybe having a colorful chair is like a bit much. There's no turning back now. So I think for these final 2 squares, we'll pull out all 8 colors so that we don't get any duplicates. For the center of our flower, we will have, this is pink. Petals of the flower, it will be yellow. Background, it will be blue. Little edge, we will have hot pink. All right, let's pick out our colors for our second square. White, light green, purple, dark purple. I feel like those colorways were actually quite cute. Some of the ones that I pulled previously were not so cute. Also, I love springtime. Look at the tree outside. I swear, like 6 days ago, not even a week ago, there was no leaves on the tree, and now look how beautiful it is. Look at all the leaves. Another one done. Very cute. No ends to weave in. Not trying to brag here, but we have no ends because I've been doing this every single time. I know a lot of people just use 4 like for each corner, but I feel like it gets more square if you add in more. Push her all the way down on top of the others. Beautiful. I have to leave here in a few minutes. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish making the second square, but I did make some progress. So when I get back, I will definitely be able to have this guy done. I am back. Stopped at the store on my way home and I grabbed something for ISO. I believe it has some catnip. Let's see how he likes this. Ooh. Oh yeah. Do you like it? Oh my goodness, Achoo. Like it? Oh. Impressive, right? Honestly, I cannot imagine making an entire blanket. I think a blanket is not for the faint of heart. If you have made a blanket, then I bow down to you because that is some real dedication. We are done with full squares, but we still have to make 2 more half squares. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some more colors for these 2 half squares. Red, orangey yellow, blue, green color. We're gonna pull again for our last and final square. Yellow, light purple, light pink, light green. That's super Eastery. I've never done a half granny square before, so this will be a new experience for me. So I'll let you know how it goes. I hope it goes well. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm like, how is that done? Like, I'm so curious. I've decided I don't like making half granny squares. I was curious about how it worked. Now I have a better impression. You basically kind of just go back and forth doing very similar things to the full granny squares, but the weird part about it is that you have to hold your work differently since you're doing like rows going back and forth. It's not bad though. It's fine. I do like these colors together though. Just realized that I messed up, but I used the light green border, which was what I was supposed to do, but I accidentally used the light green border for this one as well. And because these two are going to be right next to each other, I'm just gonna go ahead and frog this last row. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull one more color, bright yellow color, grab it right here. This yarn, by the way, is such a hot mess. Oh my gosh. But we are almost done. We're almost done. When I start sewing them together, I'm kind of thinking I want to put them together at first like they're a blanket. That way I can do like a blanket drop. I think that that would be so fun. I've always wanted to do a blanket drop. Okay, I went ahead and already blocked them. It looks really pretty, especially from far away. Doesn't that look really cool? We're just gonna go ahead and make a blanket to start out with, but first we need to figure out how we want our squares to be connected, like in what order which square goes where. I'm thinking for my favorite squares, it would be great to have them towards the top of the chair, like, so this is all going to take careful planning. I'm gonna go ahead and start connecting all of the squares, and I will be sewing them together with this white yarn. My goal is to not have the yarn be super noticeable, so that's why I opted for this. But yeah, let's just jump into sewing. Now I just have to keep doing that forever. So I've always wanted to do this, and mind you, it is a small blanket and not all of the squares are attached. I have a few more down here. Are you ready? Isa's ready. Oh no, he's trying to attack it. No attack. No attack. Do you see that? Wow. It's looking so pretty. The vision is coming along, okay? It's coming along, slowly but surely. So basically what we're gonna do, this is the back. We're gonna fold it over like this. This is the front of the chair. And then this is the back of the chair. Love all the colors. It's just so vibrant and beautiful. Let's return back to this yarn right here. And I think we'll just make like a rainbow seat cover, like a rainbow square. But then we also need to shape it to the seat a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. But first, let's go ahead and grab our yarn. I don't know how long it's been, but this is how big my granny square is. I feel like the slowest crocheter ever, and that's a good stopping point for right now. So first I'm gonna start by sewing the top piece right here, these two sides together, and that'll be at the very top of the chair. And then I think we'll move over to the chair and I will sew all the way down this edge while it's on the chair. And I already have some yarn. I had this earlier and I was like, wait, this yarn strand is in the perfect spot. So I can just use this and I'll just go right along this edge. It should be, oh yeah, it's more than long enough too. The top of it, you see right here, this is now sewn together. So it's like this. So it goes like this. So I guess my hope is that because I'm sewing it on, it'll stretch to it a little bit. I guess we're gonna find out. I really hope I haven't messed this all up and I have to redo the hours of sewing that I've done to get these squares together. That would be a pretty big bummer. This project is stressing me out right now. So bad news, I couldn't do it. I just got this far. I got down to 2 squares. It's not gonna stretch any further. I didn't realize it got that much wider going down the chair, and I already have another plan. I'm going to unravel this corner right here all the way up to this square. I'm gonna add some stitches along this edge and on the opposite side, this side, until this part right here is wide enough so that there's like panels on either side. I removed all of the sewing stitches from either side from these two, but now I'm realizing we're doing a lot of trial and error. Like, this is ill-fitting. Notice this, my little half squares, they don't fit on there quite nicely. And these ones go too low. We can take off these bottom 2 squares, and then what we're gonna do, we can take this off and we're gonna flip it around. And then the half squares will now be on the back instead. Let's do some crocheting on either side of this. And I grabbed my light blue yarn just because I have a decent amount of it left. I was sweating bullets. I was like, how am I going to make this work? How did I mess this up so badly? After I add these little panels, I should be able to continue sewing. Your girl is feeling a little bit stressed out. I'm just gonna put you guys into a time lapse so that I can just work. My spirits are up. I ate a little dinner and I just want to show you exactly what I did to kind of solve some of the problems I made for myself. I put the chair on the ground. This bottom piece right here ends really abruptly and I don't need it to perfectly cover this bottom. Like, I'm okay if it's not perfect, but I would like to clean it up a bit. We are truly almost done with this back piece and I love how it looks. I think it's super fun, super cute, creative. I'm just gonna clean up that bottom edge that I just showed you, and then I'm gonna continue working on the seat cover part. It is official. I have finished the chair. Ah, what a relief. Way later tonight, so I apologize if I seem a bit tired. It's because I am a bit tired. But I could not wait one more day to show you guys this chair. It is done. It turned out really cute. It turned out really cute. I'm not as sure about the seat cushion part, but it does serve the great purpose of covering up the seat so my cat ISO doesn't get to it. So it'll definitely serve as protection. Also, it's all removable. I can take all of this off, throw it in the washing machine, and take it back out and put it back on. That was super important. The flower part is my favorite. I know that I was all stressed out when I was like sewing up the edge, but I will say I am actually pretty proud of myself where I added in the extra stitches. I think turned out quite nice. And again, I don't mind the seat cushion part. It's more that I'm not sure about the colors. This took so long, 30, 40 hours or something. It is totally worth it, but when I have long projects like this, I get so excited like when I finish, because it's like, okay, now it's on to the next, and I can't wait until next time, and we'll make something absolutely adorable together. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Happy crocheting, and bye.